Hi, in this video we're going to talk about how to record a service that enable users to update a specific row in a table, or in our case, update a specific order using the order ID as our identifier. So just as we did before, I'm clicking here and clicking on Enter Query. And then I'm just putting an order number and executing the query. Now that I have the order, I can decide which kind of changes I want to enable. Let's say I want the users just to change the pay type. In this case, I will just click here and just change the pay type, so this will become an input parameter. Basically, in my service, I want the user to be able to change all of the columns. So I want to go in each column and make some changes, and those changes will be captured by our recorder and be made into an input parameters, which will enable the user to change the value for them. So I'll just go one by one. And I have to make some change. So the recorder will catch this as an input parameter. So I just change the date order and the date shipped. And I'm changing the ID. Well, you catch the drift. I'm just changing basically every column. And of course I have to save. And I'm getting this message. Now I'm going to do save and exit. Okay, and I see that I have all those input parameters that I wanted right here. Okay, I'm going to create the service and we're going to test it, and we'll have an interesting question here. What happens if I created this service, but the user actually just want to change one value? So here we are in the service tester, and obviously we could just change the order number to something else, let's say 4902, and then when we will run the test, the service manager will fetch this order and then just field after field overwrite all the input fields with the input parameters that we sent here. So this is basically what we wanted. That's fine. Problem comes when we want to change only one value. Let's say we just want to change the pay type. We actually want to keep the other fields as they are without overriding them. So we can't just clear the fields. We can just clear the fields and then just send the values that we actually want to change. Because what will happen, the service manager will override those existing fields with empty value, which is probably not what we want. So in this case, we're going to use a special token called AP form default. And I'm just going to send this every time that I don't want to change the existing value in the form. So in this case, let's say I want to change 4901, and I don't want to change the date, and I don't want to change the sales ID. I just want to change the pay type. So in this case, I will just run this, and the service manager will just keep the fields where it says this token, and it will just make changes to the field we actually sent value for. So that was our recording on how to update a specific row in table. Thank you.